So, I talk about stress a lot, and I talk about stress reduction and stress management a lot too. It's a really important part of our kind of health practices. I focus on it personally and also in my teachings and what I share. And there's a reason why, okay? So basically, I've been helping people manage stress for like 20 years, and I didn't really realize that that's what I was doing, and I certainly didn't realize how important it was until around 5 years ago. So, you know, I've been teaching Pilates for 20 years. I'm Kai, by the way, if you're new, and to me, welcome. And basically, I was a Pilates instructor. I've been a Pilates instructor for 20 years and really loved how I can help people physically, right? Loved that. I still do, helping people get out of pain and get stronger and just feel more confident in their bodies. That's such a huge blessing to get to share that, my love of movement with people. And I did over time, so had so many clients that just really helped them feel better, and even noticed that what we were doing was going beyond kind of just physical strengthening or improving flexibility or getting out of pain. And I kind of wanted to be able to offer more of that, right? More of the things that were kind of making huge impacts on their life, like just having a better outlook on life, feeling more positive, having more energy, even, better relationships. And certainly Pilates provides a lot of that. A regular, consistent practice, just like all exercise, right, will improve quality of life and mental health. But I wanted to learn why and how to increase that. So I decided to go get my master's degree in kinesiology, went back to school in my 30s. And while I was there, really got to learn more about the holistic benefits of exercise and mind body exercise in general. It's what I did my thesis research on. But while I was, a student there, I got this call one day from my advisor, and I thought he had to talk about our, the thesis project and the research. But no, he calls me up and says, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, working on my thesis, because I actually was. I was at a coffee shop. I remember it really well. And he asked me, he's like, "Well, I know you've been wanting to teach in the department," which is true. That was one of the goals that I had, was becoming a university level faculty. And so, he's like, "Hey, I got a class for you, starting this fall," which was in like 3 weeks. And I'm thinking it's a Pilates class or a yoga class. And, I was probably going to do it, but that wasn't my first choice. I kind of thought I was going to have to wait till after I graduated to get a job teaching, kind of one of the meaty classes in the department. And so he's like, "No, it's stress management." And I'm like, "What's that?" And he goes, "Well, it's a 3-unit class, a GE class, and required of all the kinesiology students coming in the department. And basically, just helping people learn about stress, its impact on health, and how to cope and how to manage it." And so I literally sat down. I had gone outside at this point. I sat down on a bench, took a deep breath, and felt like I needed to be honest. I'm like, I don't really think I know anything about stress management, because I really didn't. I didn't think. And he goes, No, you totally got it. Your Pilates, your yoga, the meditation. He's like, "That's it. You'll be great. Like, we'll help you, tell you, what to do." And I'm like, okay, I've got 3 weeks. And, I knew that they were in a bind, right? Somebody had backed out, something came up, and they needed, somebody to fill in. And so, I knew from my time dancing and being understudies for roles, and just my mom always telling me, not to be afraid of something that's an opportunity, to just go for it, even if you don't feel ready. And so I said, yeah, I would love to do that, because I knew that it probably, what are the chances that that would come around again? So I, get handed the materials, sent on my merry way, and muddle through this first semester of teaching this class, which I felt like the whole time I was just completely faking it, but really I was faithing it, and had a lot of guidance from the other faculty, and a lot of help. So at the end of the semester, people were actually telling me that, it worked, and that the way they looked at problems in their life had shifted, and they felt really much more prepared, and they were meditating now and practicing breathing, and even, incorporating some more yoga and Pilates. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And just in my own life as well, right? Because I truly believe you shouldn't try to teach something you're not practicing. So I had really incorporated everything we were talking about into our own life. And even at the time, I was having, a lot of difficulties. And just personally with the health, my mom's health, and I had a new child. She was 2 or 3 at that time. And just a lot going on, finishing grad school. And I was feeling like it really made a huge difference in my life every day. And so then I went and, I'm still teaching it. It's been 5 years. I teach it every semester and I love it. And I also teach it outside. I started teaching it to my students, my Pilates and yoga students, and actually incorporating those techniques into workouts, but then also offering stress management as another tool for people, and just getting these amazing stories of how, particularly taking the kind of stress reduction mindset and all of that work and combining it with physical movement in particular, really helped people. I had a student tell me that, after my course, after learning about how to manage stress, that she was a recent empty nester. Her kids had kind of moved on to college, right? Moved out, which is what we want. Very successful, everything going well. But she was kind of in that place where she wasn't really sure what the next chapter of her life was going to look like. And she told me that, after this class, she felt really able to meet those challenges and actually feel excitement, and was better able to make decisions and move forward because, the stressful things weren't slowing her down. So that was just such an eye-opening experience for me. And so now I really do believe that stress is one of those things that we all have to deal with, and we really shouldn't fear. There's a lot of positives in stress, and even in the stress reaction, right? Getting stressed out. And so that's how it all came to be, and how and which is why I always talk about stress, right? Not just Pilates and yoga, but actually really focusing on stress. And it really is the missing piece that I've seen a lot of people not necessarily deal with, or even know that they can deal with it, right? It's not just about trying to do some breathing when you're feeling stressed out. That's important, but it's not the end of it all. Okay, friends. So that's how my kind of obsession with stress came about, and why you hear me talking about it all the time. So if you want to learn more about how to manage your stress and how to deal with stress, or even just to learn some Pilates and yoga tips as well, give me a follow, because it's what I talk about, y'all. I talk about it a lot. And leave a comment and say hi too. I would love to just connect. All right, friends, take care and much love. Bye.